Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is April and I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to take you on two fun field trips our family took this past weekend when we had some friends in town. They live in the same country as us, but they live far enough away to where we only get to see them a couple times a year, so we were really excited to have them here. So we went to a dairy farm that was about 40 minutes or so away from our house. And there are really no dairy farms where we live in the country that we live at. There, it's not a thing. It's very, very hard to find milk here, and so most of the people in the country, if they have the money to, will use powdered milk. And so it's a luxury to have any type of milk. And so there is a local mission that actually started this dairy farm to help support local farmers here. And we got to go on this field trip and see how they run their dairy farm, which we were really excited to do.
The Haitian farmers start walking their cows to the facility. The three cows that are closest to us here, the three laying down over there, are also the three cows that we can see that we are currently milking from the farm. And all of that is done by our Haitian workers. We have two of them that take care of all the milking on the facility. So they come here every morning, they prepare everything, and they milk all the cows. We don't do any of that at all. So they'll walk the cows and stand in
The people that run the mission there were so sweet and actually turned on some of the equipment so that the kids could put their finger in and feel a little bit of the suction of what the cows would feel when it's put on their udders. So the kids thought that was really cool. The next thing that they did was they had us go in the room where they process the milk and do the bottling and everything pretty much. And it was really cool to see because we pick up this milk weekly and I've never gotten to see actually how it's put into the glass bottles that we return and get new ones, each week. So it was really cool for the boys to see how the milk was actually processed and put into the bottles that we get in our family drinks. Well, a few of our family drinks. There's a few of us that are dairy free, but it was just really neat to see.
this hose right here, this hooked into here. And all this is a closed loop system. The milk is rolling out, goes through the pasteurizer, and goes into this post-cooling tank. It's got to be at 164 degrees for a minimum of, I believe it's about 15 seconds. And it goes through the coolers. And then this is what we call a post-cooling tank, where it's rapidly cooled back down. So if you look, that tank's just about full of milk this morning. We'll bottle into two gallon bottles on 11 bottles.
It is yummy.
The milk's at 42 degrees. So we start bottling that like 40 and 37. Once the milk is cooled, there's another hose that gets hooked up. The milk then is automatically dispensed into this thing that has a float. Bottles are taken across. Milk then fills the bottle, stops when it's full. The caps come up and come down here. Going by and we pick up the cap. This one's being filled, this one's pressing the cap on. Our fridge, and once she gets done today, 10-4 shelves will basically be full milk.
The kids were really excited because the last thing they got to do was have homemade ice cream that the people that worked at the mission made for them, which was a very special treat because where we live, we do not get ice cream. As you can see, my littlest was impatient and could not wait to get his spoon, so he was like, I'm just going to use my finger. But they also gave him these cute little farm dairy books, and that was really sweet of them. We had a really great field trip and was so glad we went. So the second field trip we went on was a local waterfall just about 45 minutes from where we live called St. Maturine, and it is, I believe, the largest or one of the largest waterfalls in the country that we live in, and so we love having it so close to us and taking friends and family there when they come to visit us. Isn't it so pretty? Micaiah is my middle son, and he is up there on the little ledge with the noodle about to jump down, and he had so much fun. When you first get there, you're kind of in the middle of almost like, it feels like a jungle, and so the water is much colder because the sun cannot get there as much as it can other parts of the country. And so it's cooler and the water is very, very cold, and so it kind of, you have to get used to it or almost a little numb to it, but then once you do, it feels so good. Our friends there just jumped in and had a blast, and it was just so refreshing and relaxing. My oldest there, he's hilarious. He was doing some kind of song, but we just loved the water running down the rocks and the waterfall. It was just such a beautiful, peaceful, relaxing time together. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for following along with us on this field trip.